In this module, we'll be talking about gratitude and genuine happiness, our ability to feel good about savoring life. Let's start off by simply defining happiness. Often when we think of happiness, we think of the kind of happiness which we just feel from pleasure, what we can get from life. This might be a really nice piece of cake. This could be a really enjoyable time out with friends, or the kind of status and success that we get in work. When we feel good from the outside world, this is called a hedonic kind of happiness, or a stimulus-driven form of happiness. It's not at all a problem, but it can be unreliable. What happens if we have a toothache and we can't eat the cake? Or if we're not seen at our work for our accomplishments, then how do we feel good? Well, there's another kind of happiness, sometimes associated with a true happiness, that's called eudaimonia by Plato. And this idea of eudaimonia is a genuine, lasting well-being. It's the well-being we get from just being okay with ourselves, really feeling connected to what we're doing in life with meaning and purpose. Sometimes this is also called the happiness of being. And here in this definition, it's called a way of experiencing fulfillment and satisfaction based on the quality of being and that what we are bringing to the world rather than what we get from the world. So this kind of genuine happiness is who we are and how we are, and not what we get. So this is a more reliable form of happiness because it's something we can work on ourselves and generate and cultivate. There's also a way of looking at happiness as truly the meaning in life. When we think of a meaningful life, there are actually scientific tips here displayed by the Greater Good Science Center of the research around what creates meaning. And this includes, as you can see, optimism, mindfulness, connection, gratitude, compassion, kindness, play, and awe. These often are what are called pro-social emotions, ways in which we can feel connected to one another, connected to ourselves, and have a sense of the joy that comes from that deep felt connection. When we think about gratitude, there are a number of ways to do this simple practice, just as an example of one of the ways we can apply this pro-social motivation in our life to increase happiness. We can think of a gratitude subtraction. So not just what we're grateful for today, but what we're grateful for that actually could be gone. So we think of opportunities we've had and just reflecting on all the ways that this could have not happened, all the things that could have gotten in the way. This allows us to not take for granted what's good. But of course, we can also do a savoring with our gratitude, really thinking of what is good around us as a gift. So instead of taking for granted or maybe overlooking, we feel as though it's something that we are super fortunate to receive, which is true. We can also try savoring surprises, things that were unexpected. Maybe we noticed a beautiful bird flying around as we are headed out on our way to work. Maybe just a smile from a young child. If we are paying attention and focusing on the savoring, we can enjoy our life even more. There's been a good deal of research showing that what we savor, we can remember and makes us feel good. We think about the alternative when we savor what is hard, what makes us anxious. Of course, that makes us feel as though things are even harder. And we can savor our anxiety quite easily by bringing to mind something hard going on at work. But when we think of savoring, we can think of just what's good, that kind of gratitude practice. Let our mind rest there. And the benefits are not only good for our well-being, but also our physical health.